Welcome to West London College's Video Solutions for day 10 of Barvember. It's the end of week 2. So, question 1. Now, we start all our bar modelling questions by working out how many bars we're going to need. Now, let's have a quick read of this question. So, this is about Ron's bag of grapes. So, I think I'm going to start off here with just one bar to represent that bag. And the first thing we find is that he eats 7 of them. So, our first bar modelling element is the idea that we're going to represent numbers with bars and parts of bars, and if we know the number, then we write it in the bar. He has 5 grapes left, so that's another part, and you'll see that we've labelled each of those 2 parts with the key numbers and key concepts from the question. How many grapes were left in the bag at the start? Well, this is where we use a curly bracket, which indicates a total or a sum, because it's the 2 parts here, the 7 and the 5. And we always add a question mark to indicate what it is we're trying to find out, what it is we're trying to solve. So I'll let you follow through the maths there. Okay, question 2. I think we've got one bar again here, because we're dealing with Mo's 42 sweets. And I can see in the question that we're splitting up these 42 sweets. So instead of writing the 42 in the bar at this stage, I've written it outside and with a curly bracket. And the first thing we find out on line 2 is that Mo gives 9 sweets away. So we take a part of our bar, write the 9 in it. And he packs the remaining sweets equally into 3 bags, So this remaining space there, we have divided up into equal parts. And equal parts are an important bar modelling element for us because it indicates to us that we can do a division or a multiplication calculation. But we have some equal and unequal parts, and let's see how we deal with the unequal part. And in this instance, we're just going to take it away. We're going to take that 9 away, so the total actually now becomes 33 for the remaining 3 equal bars. So what we now know is the total of some equal bars, and we can do our division calculation. Okay, question 3. Now, if you've come straight to question 3 without looking at question 2, I suggest you also look at question 2 today, because it's virtually the same bar model, but for a very different question. Okay, so I'm going to draw one bar here because it's about the £105 that James gets for his birthday. Okay, and I can see we're going to break it up, so I've just used a curly bracket to okay. So he spends £15 at the cinema and he puts a third of the remaining money away. So we can see we've got a 15 and the rest of that bar has been split into 3 equal parts. And it's a constant bar modelling challenge for us when we have some equal parts and some parts that are not equal. And invariably with the ones that are not equal, we're either going to take them away or we're going to add something to them so they are equal. And in this instance, we're going to take them away. And that means that we then know the total of the remaining equal bars, and we can do a division calculation. Okay, question 4. Now this is about some apples, but it's also about Annie and Eva. So I'm going to have 2 bars here, one for Annie, one for Eva. So Annie has 2 bags of apples, and we'll keep those 2 parts the same size, and an extra little part indicating the 5. Eva has 1 bag of apples. I need to make sure that Eva's part is the same as the 2 bags that Annie had. So we've now got 3 equal parts and the odd 5 and the odd 11 apples. So we're in our standard bar modelling problem that we've got some equal parts and some that are not equal. And how are we going to deal with that so we're only left with equal parts? Well, what we can see here is that they have the same amount of apples. So these two totals are the same, and they're also equal at this point here. So we know that these two parts must add up to 11. And I'll let you follow through the maths there. So once we know one bag, we know all the other bags, and we can just finish off.